How are you, everyone? Welcome. I'm coming here with another very good news. So this is a very good news about the travel ban and immigration suspension. And what does that mean? Today, President Joe Biden, on one of his activities on the first day as the President of the United States, he has signed a lot of executive orders. In those executive orders, one of the executive order is related to travel ban, immigration suspension, which I will take a little bit time to explain. So, for the people who have been on the travel ban, I have good news for you. Now it is official. But for the people also who were waiting for the visas to be processed, maybe because of the COVID, because of any other factor, now will that be happening? And then this proclamation is going to explain in detail again what happens. Let's say you are the V lottery winner for the V 2020. I'm giving an example. And you didn't get the visa because your country was in the travel ban, not because you didn't meet the qualification. Remember, you can be denied the visa because you don't have qualification in terms of education or work experience. Just assume you are denied the visa because of the travel ban. Now this proclamation is going to outline every single item and to give you a very good information. So welcome everyone. This is Ernest Boniface Makulilo EBM, and I'm excited to welcome you to my YouTube channel, to youtube.com/EBM Scholars. Remember to like the video, remember to share the video, remember to subscribe in case you haven't done so. I don't know why some people I see they are watching my videos and they don't try to subscribe. Please do so. It gives me more energy, give me some strength to continue making all these videos. So let's go ahead and explain these kind of proclamation. So the proclamation is called Proclamation on Ending Discriminatory Bans on Entry to the United States. So when I'm talking about the discriminatory ban, the biggest ban we are talking about is the travel ban, which other people call Muslim ban, though it's not called Muslim ban. That is a people called nickname, but it's not, because there are countries in that ban are not Muslim ban. So I'll go ahead and do it that way. So previously, there is original travel ban, then there is already other countries that were added in the travel ban, and then, so it started on 2017, then it came another one, then it came another one on 2020, whatever it was. So we have 3 bans already. So all these came under President Trump. So the first one is called Executive Order number 13780. Then there's the Proclamation number 9645, and another Proclamation 9723, whatever. So there are all those proclamation, and I'll go ahead and just to make it easier for those people who do not understand why this presidential proclamation, for instance 9645 and the presidential proclamation 9983, what countries are on this travel ban, I will explain. So these countries are now no longer in the travel ban effectively from January 2021. These countries are no longer on the travel ban. Number 1 country was Burma. This one, there was no only immigrant can be given the visa exception for special type of immigrant. Eritrea, another country. So don't ask me what other country. Number 1 is Burma, Eritrea, Iran, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, sorry. And then there is Libya, there is Nigeria, North Korea, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, Tanzania, Venezuela, and Yemen. I'm going to say again these countries, the countries which were on the travel ban. Number 1 was Burma, Kyrgyzstan, then Eritrea. Okay, so let me start Burma. If I go for alphabetical order, Burma, Eritrea, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Libya, Nigeria, North Korea, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, Tanzania, Venezuela, Yemen. So all these countries are on the travel ban. There is a background on that and all other factors on the proclamation. So overall, there are those countries on the travel ban. So with this proclamation, from today, January 20, 2021. So the proclamation says as follows. So the section 1, revocation. Accordingly, I hereby proclaim section 1, revocations, executive order number 13780 and the proclamations 9645, 9723 and 9983 are hereby revoked. So all these proclamations are the one which are related to travel ban. So for that particular case, the countries I've mentioned which were on the travel ban are no longer on the travel ban. Okay, so that is the first business. But what does that mean? It means, first of all, the countries, for instance, Tanzania was in the travel ban. So if Tanzania was in the travel ban, is no longer in the travel ban. So if you are the DV lottery winner, you have won, you can come. Sudan, other countries, they had also other types of visas, because not only Tanzania was like, Tanzania was only just the one type of visa, was the diversity visa lottery. Same as Sudan. But for instance, Syria was no immigrant visas. North Korea was no immigrant visas or diversity visas in general. So there are certain restrictions were there. So specifically, there are certain type of visas. They were there. Some were all type of visas, immigrants and non-immigrants. So from now on, that one has been revoked. But number 2, the section 2, it says, so I know you have a question. I will come to give more details about now what happens to people if, let's say, you are the DV Lottery 2020 winner, or you are the DV 2019 winner, something like that, and you are denied the visa because you're country with the travel ban. I will come back and answer your question, because I know there are a few Tanzanians who didn't get the visa because of the travel ban. I know there are people from Eritrea, people from Somalia. I'm going to answer those kind of questions. But let me go to the section 2 of this proclamation. So even though it hasn't said clearly that because there is there is immigration suspension, that certain type of visas, immigrant visas, L visas, J visas, H1 visas have been stopped. Like, you cannot come at the moment, you cannot be given the visas. Even though they haven't said, because there is extension, it started on April 22nd for 60 days. Then it was June 24th. It was extended until end of December. On end of December, it was extended until March. So on this proclamation, on section 2, it says as follows. So with this one, this is my interpretation. It says, I'm going to read. Section 2, accordingly, I hereby proclaim section 2, resumption of the visa processing and clearing backlog of cases in waiver processing. Let me give some of the exact wording. The Secretary of State shall direct all embassies and consulates, consistent with applicable law and visa processing procedures, including related coronavirus disease COVID-2019, to resume visa processing in the manner which is consistent with the revocation of the executive order and the proclamations specified in section 1 of this proclamation. B. Within 45 days of this date of this proclamation, the Secretary of State shall provide to the President a report that includes the following. Number 1, the number of visa applicants who were being considered for a waiver of restriction under the proclamation, 9645 and or 998 whatever 83 on the date of this proclamation, and plan to do adjustment very quick, whatever. Then the second part is a proposal to ensure that individuals whose immigrant visa applications were denied on the basis of the suspension and restriction on entry imposed by proclamation 9645 or 99883 may have their applications reconsidered. This proposal shall consider whether to reopen immigrant visa applications that were denied due to the suspension, due to the proclamation, whether it is necessary to charge additional fee or not to charge the additional fee for the visa applicants. So they are going to develop a plan. So this is what I was saying. So for those who were denied the visa because of the travel ban, those people now, they will be considered for the visa. Can I give you an example? I don't want to mention the names. I know, for instance, there are Tanzanians. I can give the example. They won the DV 2020. They didn't get the visa because Tanzania was put into the travel ban on February 2020. So for that case, if it was on the travel ban, that means you cannot go ahead and get the visa. So those people, for instance, will be considered. I can go and repeat what they say. That the Secretary of State, they shall to, what they say, like a proposal to ensure that individuals whose immigrant visa applications were denied on the basis of the suspension and the restrictions of entry imposed by the proclamation, their visas or their applications should be reconsidered. There will be a proposal and a plan. So let's wait for that plan. But you'll be given the visas. So people from Somalia, people from Eritrea, people from Yemen, in case you didn't get the visa because of the travel ban, you'll be considered. So that is a very good news, I believe. For many people to be able to benefit on that one. But also, let me give... when I was saying that the U.S. embassies and consulates should do a resumption of visa processing and clearing the backlog of cases in waiver processing. So the resumption, because now there are so many resumptions. So even though it hasn't said in particular, like this one is going directly to talk about, because like beyond just the travel, the immigration suspension due to the COVID, which was starting in April, then in June, in December, and then now it is supposed to end in March. By this section 2 of the proclamation is saying for sure that they have to resume the visa processing. The Secretary of State shall direct all embassies and consulates consistent with applicable law and visa processing procedures, including any related to coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19, to resume processing in a manner consistent to the executive order. So the point is, the visas which have been stopped because of the COVID, now the processing should resume. For that case, people with H1 will start getting those one. People, again, for the DV lottery visas, they'll be starting doing that one. So if you ask me a question, when will be my interview if you are DV 2021 winners? I believe in the middle of February, or just like, let's say, by the end of February, we can be expecting, because usual after we have at least 4 to 6 weeks, sometimes up to 8 weeks, to get a notification for the interview if you are the DV lottery winner. So with this one, we believe that the KCC will start issuing the interview schedule, people to go for the visa interview. That's good news if you'll be waiting for that. And again, if I want to add on that, in case you haven't watched my other video, I have another video which I explained that this is different from presidential proclamation, or what I can simply say executive order, because it cannot be done by executive order. I said that on the among the things they are going to the Congress, one among the things is the increasing the number of visas, the lottery visas, from 55,000 visas to 80,000 visas. So that one is not going through the executive order. It will go through Congress, House of Representatives, then Senate. Once it's approved, let's say it's going to be approved in the middle of February. So for the DV 2021 winners, instead of 55,000, it will go to 80,000. 25,000 visas increase. Good news again, that one too. So, in witness whereof I have here under whatever, so it's just from January 20, Joe Biden has signed that one. So, this is the proclamation. I'm going to also post the link of this proclamation on the description of this video. Proclamation on ending discriminatory bans on entry to the United States. So this is one of the proclamation. There are other proclamation which are not part of. It's just like a proclamation on the issue related to the budget, to the issue of going back to the Paris Accord environmental. So there are so many other executive orders about the workforce, federal, all other things. So there are other on a mask mandate for if you go to the federal building, you must wear a mask because that is new regulation. So there are other proclamations or other executive orders. I'm not discussing them on this particular video, but I just want to make sure that we are talking about one which is directly related to the travel ban. So one, travel ban is over, and secondly, the resumption of the visa interviews. And those people who were denied the visas based on the travel ban, there is a process. You cannot go right away, but if you are denied, let's say, last year, they will do a process of finding a way to get that your visa. But those who are in the travel ban, from today, you are free. You are good to go. There is no problem to continue to worry on anything. So, all the best, everyone. Get excited. Okay, thank you so much. That is a news I want to share with you and everyone. But do one thing, please. Click the subscription button, subscribe, share the video, click the like button. EBM out.